let's bust some nums. Whenever I'm loading modded Slay the Spire, it always it takes a little bit longer lately with the amount of mods active. Well, we'll jump in game and I'll give you a show. The Silent. Got a nice fun kill on the Iron Lad last night with an excellent little deck that was actually quite easy to toy with the Neow with. Now we have Chimera Cards active, 15%, 2 rolls on all card types. Highlight path for navigating the map, permanent Neow bonuses, RNG Fix, more Neow starting options, and Spire Biomes as well. I also just put on Relic Stats. Relic Stats does seem to take a fair bit more processing compared to a lot of other mods. But we have here a Tiny Strike, a 0 cost, and a Doubtful Defend, a regular Neutralize, a Noxious Defend. Oh, that's incredible. And a Defend and Dagger here. Oh, and a Slaver's Defend. Wow, okay. So our deck is a lot more powerful than normal, especially with this extra damage on our Defend and Dagger here as well, and the extra 0 cost and the Tiny Strike and the Slaver's Defend. I will avoid playing this Doubtful Defend, and actually it'll be my first remove because I am on a challenge. No Doubtful and no Prideful cards. Let's see what the map's got for us. It looks like I did drop some frames when loading the game there. I think it's a good indicator that my processor is running out of juice. It is over 10 years old. I've got a Generation 5 i3. Excuse me. I got the Generation 5 i3, which, if you're familiar with Intel processors, basically means it's closer to a Pentium or a Celeron than like modern chips. Heavenly Clouds, 3 flighty cards here if we would like. 3 ambushed fights if we would like as well. So these ambushed fights are double gold and card draw options. They can be card draw options in any color, which means I can get from them things like Skim, things like Burning Pact, things like Cut Through Fate, which are very, very strong, as you might imagine, being able to get them across colors. I would like to take, I think, this is tough. There's 2 elites or there's 2 camps, 2 elites or 2 upgrades. I suppose we'll see how strong I get. Oh, and actually, if I take this campfire, I can't go through the Gremlin camp to go to ambushed. If I go to ambushed, I can't get any elites. So maybe Heavenly Clouds and getting the option to rest here, or take a flighty card, will take me to this elite. So there's 1 elite, and maybe I take this shop to get a card remove on the Doubtful card. And then maybe, depending on how strong we are, we can either go Campfire into 1 elite, or 2 elites if we feel Omega strong, or 2 Campfires for upgrades if we feel weak. Okay, we have a plan. Let's see what Neow's got for us. Obtain a card, obtain a common relic, obtain a rare relic for 6 max HP. Ooh. Rare relic for 6 max could be it. We don't really mind the 6 max because it's no current HP. And it is, in fact, a rare relic. Like, rare relics are very powerful. Some of them are a bit odd, but they can, by themselves, change the shape of the game. We start with Calipers, okay. That's one of the ones that is more odd. And maybe we'll be taking the upgrade path with that in mind. I will play the Noxious Defend here to put down 2 poison, and play the Defend and Dagger for a shield. Whoa. Well, look at that. I'll just play the Slaver's Defend here. Not going to play that Doubtful Defend. For my challenge. We've got Noxious and Survivor for a full block. And a wee bit more damage. And here we have Strike and Strike. Beautiful. Well-laid plans. Wholly prepared memento. So it's prepared for 1. Gives me back a miracle. Or I can just let it exhaust and draw 2. Or we can take well-laid plans here. Oh, excuse me once again. I slept like a rock last night. I slept for like 12 hours. And my cough feels much better today than it did last night. That's for sure. The memento will draw me more cards when exhausted, which is always valuable. The well-laid plans, though, am I like an upgrade? I don't really have any cards to hold on to it right now except Neutralize or maybe Survivor, just because they're the best cards in the deck. Tell you what, though, I'll take this memento, knowing that I never need to upgrade it. And oh, here we go. Noxious Defend. Regular Defend, maybe? Survivor? Yeah, we'll play all 3. And we'll Tiny Strike for a little bit of extra damage. And let's let the mementos expire here, I suppose. Well, actually, I do want to play it now. I'm only spending 2 energy this turn otherwise. So let's play it. We'll discard this Doubtful Defend. Yeah, beautiful. And a Holy Miracle. So it will give me back a miracle. A regular miracle. There we go. Thank you. Now, it looks like we can get a kill there. With the Shiv for 4. And a Strike. And then we can neutralize here for a weaken. And we only take 2. Beautiful. Show me an attack. Flexed Blade Dance. 3 Shivs. 3 Strength. Oh, yeah. 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 What are you? You are massive, gritty dodge and roll. Gain 8 block now, gain 8 block next turn. That goes nicely with our Calipers. I mean, it just goes nicely in general. I suppose it's kind of the opposite of going nicely with Calipers, right? Because it gives you the block over 2 turns, like Caliper distributes. I'm going to take this Flex Blade Dance, though. It's a Blade Dance with mutagenic strength. It's quite absurd, actually. Let's weaken you. And I would like to play 1 defend and kill this acid slime. Get you gone. We'll take the 2, and from here on out we'll just... Here we go. Sadistic Shiv per debuff. Hemo Shiv. This one deals us damage, so be careful of it. Do I want to kill this Hemo Shiv for 2 HP? No, I can play the Noxious Defend instead. And that will be the rest of it. Yes, here we are. I love the free damage. Sad Breakfast. Oh, hey, Sad Breakfast. Morning. Yes, sorry, I've been a bit sick, and so I haven't really been streaming that much. But between my work hours and the extra sleep I've needed, I've kind of run out of time amongst household stuff as well. But yeah, how are you? Can pick up here. Oh, a Slugger Bane. Now this is interesting because it has the Slugger effect, which is an extra 6 damage to all enemies, so it's a little bit of AoE. It is still a Bane, but we do have the Noxious Defend, which means that we can get some poison through. Only 1 poison source. It could just be Predator for card draw. And we are a little bit heavy on the zeros, and we do have a Holy card, so Predator might be the way. I don't want to keep this Doubtful Defend, though, blockers. Oh, and maybe sad breakfast. Today I'm refusing to take Shameful cards or Prideful cards. Sorry, Doubtful. So the ones that give you weak or frail and also reduce the cost. I'm refusing to take those. So with that in mind, I might take the Slugger Bane as a light VAOE and also as a concession to our energy. And here I'll let the excuse me. I'll let the Memento expire here. And Survivor away the Doubtful Defend. And we'll just have to play for the we'll just have to play for the maximum block, I think. Let's see, that we'll have a Noxious. Oh, beautiful, look at this. Noxious Defend, Flexed Blade Dance, Slugger Bane. Bane. Oh, and a Poison Potion for the Bane as well. Beautiful. A Shameful Quick Slash. See, this is a brilliant card. 8 damage, draw a card, gain 2 frail. 0 cost. It's but there are just too many. Shameful makes too many of the what's the colorless card? Quick Slash? No, this is Quick Slash. You know the one I'm talking about. Anyway, 0 cost card draw is absurdly good, so let's not mess around with it. Can take a deflect here to replace my Doubtful Defend. I think it's fine actually. Yeah. We want damage, not defense. Bouncing Flask may be better than Predator in this current arrangement. Is it much better than Predator? Well, this Flex Blade Dance is quite an absurd card. So I can just play around that a fair bit more. Having Poison to go with the Noxious Defend or the Slugger's Bane, like having an extra source, I think will do nicely. Especially if we want to open with Slugger's Bane. It's a really good upgrade as well. What is my next upgrade? You're very good. You're a very good upgrade. That's 3 damage. That's 6 damage by default. So my next upgrade is Bane. And then after that, probably this Blade Dance. Yeah, maybe I don't need a Bouncing Flask for now. You're glad you were able to finally swing by after all this time? The one time I saw you live, it was streaming. The time it's finished, you're already done. Yeah, you were streaming as well. I did see that. to be honest. I'll have to give you a follow actually. Let me I might do that later today. I suppose the concession I'm making here is that I'm just trying to stream as a way to enjoy more of like an MMO experience as opposed to like a single player experience. And I end up playing like a lot of chill strategy games, which can be nice and, relaxing, but doing them alone in my bedroom can be a little bit lacking. So I enjoy a lot of OSRS, like old school RuneScape, for that reason. But I don't always want to play old school RuneScape. I'm at the stage in my account where my next goal is to kill Dark Wizards in magical defense gear. I'm killing Dark Wizards outside Varric until I get like 400 easy clues. So it's quite the grind. I do enjoy other games as well. Spoon. Trip for the Flexed Blade Dance. Boot footwork though. I mean, I can afford these 2 cards. I can't afford Trip Remove. We're a few gold short. Following Dash. It deals less damage, but it gains a lot of block and it also returns energy. I do want to remove this Doubtful while I have the opportunity. And I think with that, my best pickup is just this boot footwork. And with the boot footwork, I have a strength buff and I have a dexterity buff. And most of my Chimera cards are positive. So I think I can actually go elite here. Maybe, oh, it's double. It's double elite. I got good potions for it though. Yeah, I got good potions for it though. Slay the Defend costs 0. Let's not mess around with Norbert. 1, 2, 3. This is our damage maximizing line. Play the Noxious Defend, play the Dagger, and play the Strike. It does not get down footwork. Is that okay? Yes, because I'm not going to play any... I might play a Survivor, and that's okay. So let's go Shiv, Shiv, Noxious Defend. Yeah. Yeah, you play a lot of strategy games? Yes. Yeah, well, that's it. Getting chat involved is a fun way to bring everything together. Exactly. I was up a bit before I could sleep last night. I was tossing and turning a bit. I was in the chat where they were playing like the New York Times, like doing the crossword and playing the connections game. It's like, you know, turn-based. That's the beauty of turn-based, right? You can stop what you're doing, and no one's ever gonna mind. Yeah, and yeah, just hang out with it. Let's get the flex in first, and I will give Norbert that. Ooh, that's bad, because that's going to be a little bit more of our damage gone. This is for 9, this is for 7, so yeah, unfortunately I do need to spend the energy there. It ended up not being impactful, actually, because I had excess energy left over. What strategy games were you playing yesterday? How'd they go? Boom. Slug 'em. Calipers Bronze Scales. Ooh. We're already there. The heart is cooked. Pure Storm of Steel. Pure Finisher. Sticky Bane. Sticky on a Bane is very good, actually. Because you can hold it for the Noxious Defend. And I can hold it for this Flex Blade Dance as well. That's pretty cool. Pure Finisher. Pure Storm of Steel. Storm of Steel being pure is actually worse, I think. Oh, the pure won't do anything. It discards the hand, gives you all your shivs, and then it pures. And it's like, well, you need to be discarding a reflex? No, that will trigger afterwards. So the pure does nothing here. It's just a Storm of Steel. And Pure Finisher. I'll take the Sticky Bane. And we see the Golden Idol for the max HP. Beautiful. And yeah, I mean, that fight went really, really well. I'm still at like quite high max HP. Now, granted, I've lost like 12 max HP, so my percentage was always going to be high. But yeah, the boot footwork here is brilliant. I think as well, this is also a great plated armor kind of fight. I'll play out the Slugger here because it does have the AoE, even if it doesn't have the second hit. And we'll just get down what work we can. Does that Slugger remain in my deck? It doesn't. Slugger exhausts it, that's right. So we're looking for a kill or a big block this turn. And we can get the kill with the Flex Blade Dance. We see a pure Shiv. And regular Shivs, yeah, beautiful. So what do we got here? We've got 27, 7, 9. We can make 21 with Shivs. Yeah, let's make 21 with Shivs for minimum overkill. We are losing a Thorns here. Yeah, the New York Times is funny. You're sure everyone was trying to give a solution or saw an answer and we're going crazy if the stream didn't eat. Yeah, the backseaters. It's funny because there were some people in the chat who were just like straight up backseating. And it's like, well, now no one else can play the game, right? Because everyone else might give suggestions or might, like, you know, eliminate things or just offer up things. Oh, actually, like maybe it's not that word or whatever. Most on card-based games that you've been streaming. Gloom. Oh yeah, Gloomhaven, the D&D one. I played Legend of Drizzt, the tabletop D&D in the box, and that was quite good. Yeah, and Bellatrix and Spire. Yeah. No, the card game, Indian and what do you call that? I want to say CRPG. So CTTG. I suppose Spire is not a TTG. It's more like an LCG. So a a CLCG, a computerized living card game, something like that. But yeah, no, it's definitely the way to go, I think. Yeah, live gameplay is stressful, and you never know. I'm too old for that. for caring about my adrenaline. Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, backseating the times though, you just gotta turn them off. There's really no other way around it. It was a shame because it ruins the fun for everyone. We can get a kill here with the neutralize and the dagger, which is nice. And we'll let this expire. Hopefully, draw some more cards. Oh, I get to keep one with the bronze. Oh, I should have played for my Calipers. I forgot Calipers was there. In my mind, Calipers either does the world or does nothing. We can get another shiv here. That's it's a following shiv. Classic. Yeah, we will full block here, and the bronze scouts will take care of it. Yeah. Orichalcum. We're looking quite scuffed on the combination here. It's just a wee bit odd. Yeah, adrenaline for sure. There's nothing shameful about taking an adrenaline. It's a legitimate card. Yes, and we do have space for the Moorbank. And let's get cashed up, which I think means I'm taking fights for the Golden Idol. Flighty here. I would like 3 flighty cards out of this. So Flighty, it applies the bird mechanic, so 4 hits will take them down. It also, however, gives them cards, the Flighty cards. When you draw them the first time, they draw an extra card alongside it. So they're quite powerful little cantrips. We didn't get our flex, but we did get enough zeros to knock this guy out of the air and put down our footwork. Beautiful. And here we have... Oh, we do get to hit the lot. We get the Noxious here for our Sticky Bane. 10 twice. Boom. Perfect. A Flighty Prepared Noxious Fumes. And this is it. So this Flighty card will draw us an extra. Adrenaline's a good card. That's very shameful. Yeah, I think the most shameful thing I've ever done with it was like doing like a nightmare loop on the adrenaline. That was a little bit silly. But yeah, this is excellent. It's going to be good damage for us. It's a little bit of a cantrip. It's a good upgrade. And when I draw it the first time, it'll draw an extra card, which means that this draw 1, discard 1 will actually have a little bit extra utility as well. So it's all turning up Millhouse there. And we have similar situation. We can knock this guy out of the air here. Let's go for that first. Let me play this Prepared Noxious Fumes. Yeah, and we'll discard this Slaver's Defend. We can exhaust the Ascender's Bane. And the Slugger's Bane. I might look to redraw the Slugger's Bane once the poison is applied. Get you down. Now, and we're a long way away from a split, actually, because that was all half damage. So this turn we'll be looking for the Flex Blade Dance, which is on the bottom. Oh no. Maybe I just block here first and then go for a big one next turn. Yeah, let's just go for our blocks, and we'll hold this Bane for next turn. Oh, it went up. Damn it. I didn't think about that. That's okay though. We got a Sucker Shiv, Tiny Strike. Let's get it down out of the air with our weak cards. And then the Bane will clean it up. Beautiful. Flighty Braced Dodge and Roll with Calipers. Yeah, I think this is it. Flighty Leg Sweep. That's just raw power. Flighty Braced Dodge and Roll. How many times do I need to play this Dodge and Roll before it's doing everything? Not many. Not many. with some card draw, with a prepared, play the fly, draw some extra cards, prepared through, play it again. This braced will increase its block and its by each time played. And so each time I play it, it'll give me 4 more block than the last. Is that good enough? Is that good enough? It kind of puts us in the territory of infinite defensive scaling by itself, which is why it's appealing. It also works nicely with Wraith Form, because the minus dexterity on Wraith Form is counteracted by the positive bracing scaling. It does take a little while to warm up though. With the footwork, I think it does need an upgrade, so I can justify playing it first. But that is very good. I think that will solve that'll be our defense game for the rest. Like, that's our block strategy in itself. So it's kind of like a demon form, but for blocking. And now I can remove regular defends with priority, which is something that the Silent has wanted to do. She's often a little bit short on damage. And let's see here. Let's play this prepared Noxious Fumes first. And we'll drop... here we go. Yeah, we'll drop this footwork. We're not going to play that footwork. And let's get out... This is bad, because they're not having the buff. I do need to get down a few more cards, though. Oh, I played one too many. Anyway. Shiv Wave. Shiv. Yeah, beautiful. Anyway, it was being halved, so it's, like, fine, whatever. Oh, that's a kill. That's a turn 1. Adrenaline, thank you very much. Flighty, slippery blade dance. It does look a tiny backflip. I said I wasn't going to take Shameful or Doubtful cards. I shouldn't take this either, this tiny backflip. This is cheating. This card is cheating. I'm not going to take it. Flighty, slippery blade dance is interesting. The first time you draw it, it gives you another card and it discards itself. Maybe that's bad though. Maybe that means my opening hand maxes at 9. Flighty, Hemo, Cloak and Dagger. Lose 2, gain 9 block, add 1 Shiv. Unfortunately, I think the obvious pick here is a Flighty tiny backflip. This card is absurd. I am protesting. I'm only taking legitimate... Let me clarify. I suppose what I mean to say is I'm only taking legitimate zero-cost card draw options. I'm happy for madness. But yeah, that's a little bit too powerful. Yeah, so I have the Chimera cards at 15%, but there are 2 rolls. So it's 2 rolls of 15%, so that's a roughly 25, it's like 25.1% to get 1 Chimera card modifier, and then 2.25% to get 2. So it's possible to get 2 modifiers on them, just with the 2 rolls. There's no limit to how many you can apply, so if you take events, you can apply more modifiers to the cards. I am rolling Doubtful cards. I am rolling Prideful, Runic, Tiny, Shameful, Slavers, all those things. But yeah, in my mind, looking back over my Chimera card runs, like most of my wins, like a lot of my wins, were just 1 like 0-cost card that drew cards that just worked to hell. Like a Shameful. Yeah. So I'm thinking, well, I'll play a little bit more vanilla. I'll leave those cards in the pool and I'll protest them, and that will be double the challenge because I'll know what I'm missing. You can definitely turn them off though. You can turn those modifiers off in the Chimera cards menu. I think for my purposes though, the challenge is saying no. You know, that's the win. I still get a Pyrrhic victory if I lose the run, but I get to say, oh well, if I'd taken that tiny backflip back at floor 12, well, you know, that card's obviously busted. It would have been the run, the slam dunks. Let's We do have a lot of capacity here for an explosive turn. Let's play the prepared first. Noxious Defend, strikes, Flex Blade Dance. This Slugger's Bane is huge here. Maybe I don't want to play the Fumes. These guys aren't in the air. Maybe I play... Slugger's Bane is 14 on poison and an extra 6. So if I play this defend, I can Slugger's Bane here, get the kill on the Lows, and have enough space to play the flex. Beautiful. And we'll put the rest on you. And now from here, I can play the rest of my block, which would just be this braced. And order, I should have played footwork first, I suppose. I'll survive, I'll take one. Technically, Orichalcum would have been better there, I think. Now, defend and dagger and Slaves defend with our brace left over. Beautiful. Okay, and we should have damage this turn because we do have the Sticky Bane. Yes, there we go. Beautiful. Take the rest of our gold. Take a Swift Potion. Beautiful. A regular backflip. A Masterful Stab. A Sneaky Strike. Masterful Stab, I think, is quite good here. We are a little bit short on energy in the opening turn with these Flighty and with Adrenaline. Adrenaline drawing more cards than giving energy. Putting us slightly behind there. We did take 2 Flighty cards at the end of the day, so these are effectively, you know, 2 more cards in our opening hand in a, what's that, half of turns? Yeah. Let's take the Stab for 0. A backflip with our footwork is great as well. But, yeah, I mean, this is why you love Masterful Stab, right? Sticky Bane, neutralize. We can hold the Bane if we have enough energy. Maybe I just play it through though because we have a lot of excess energy here. Yeah. Maybe a Swift Potion with that in mind. If I Swift Potion here and get a kill next turn, that saves us 8. I already have Orichalcum though. Yeah, I'll just hold. Orichalcum will do the rest of the work. And... I suppose that's fine, yeah. To get down the Sluggers, to get down the Sticky Bane. We'll take 4. And this should be the rest. With our Flex Blade Dance, beautiful. Shiv X. Again, that's a scary one. But we do have it here for 14. Beautiful. Potion Belt. Wonderful. I knew there was a reason to hold that potion. Boot Malaise. Masterful Stab number 2. Boot Malaise is a little bit awkward because it takes all of our turn 1 energy. It makes us a little bit less explosive. Makes us a little bit less explosive. That said, having a reliable turn 1 nuke to go with the Adrenaline, to go with a Lantern maybe, or an Energy Potion on turn 1, yeah. Masterful Stab number 2. Does Masterful Stab number 2 just mean we get through Act 2 much easier? Maybe. It really does like an upgrade though. Let's take this Malaise. Now, I've been skimpy on my upgrades. I haven't taken any so far. I feel like Adrenaline at this stage is a pretty good one. Maybe the footwork is, though, because we are going into the Guardian. Oh, Boot Malaise. It's probably just by far like the best upgrade that we can entertain. And I mean, this is why Yeah, get nuked, buddy. Or do we want to deal damage? We got a lot of damage in hand. Too much to do. What's on top? We can draw a lot of block next turn. So maybe we play down our block and then nuke you. Looking at 24, which is not a big deal. 24 is totally fine. And 14. We will take 10 here. But from here, the fight should be done. We get to play the Noxious Fumes for our scaling. And I'm wondering if I should commit to Calipers now. Maybe just. Let's play the Sluggers through so we don't have to redraw it. We'll trigger. And let's play through the Brace, Dodge and Roll. So the Dodge and Roll will turn off our Recalcum, but every time we draw it from here on out, it'll be free. Yeah, let's keep the weak going. Sticky Bang. I suppose if I play this strike, actually, it removes my block. Yeah. And we take Orichalcum back. Yep, beautiful. Yeah, strength. Look at this, 0/4. He really likes his strength, and taking it away kind of cops him. We can save 17. We can roll over a little bit with the Calipers, or we can just play the Masterful Stab. I feel like it's just the stab, 0/4. Here comes the bronze scales ×4 as well. Yeah, sorry, buddy. We get to flex here. Brilliant. We will play the braced dodge and roll to keep that growing. Yeah, removing some of this, some of these cards feels like a very high priority now. And yeah, let's just play him out. Yeah, there's no risk of anything from here on out, I think. 14. We can play this shift to get it out of the deck. And 1/4. Oh, he's growing. Oh, he's not weak right now. So, yeah, there you go. 0/4. And with the poison and with the bronze scale, this should be it. Yeah, beautiful. Liquid Memories in the belt. Wraith form. I did note that Wraith form with our braced dodge and roll was not a big deal. Gonna have a soother. So this brace to dodge and roll, if I get that playing on an average once every 2 turns, the Wraith form won't be an issue. And if I can play it more than once every 2 turns, we'll actually still be positive on block despite the Wraith form, so we can take the Wraith form here for those explosive turns where we do need to block a lot. And we'll take, empty cage. Empty cage definitely looks good here to raise the impact in our deck. With the Boot Malaise and the Wraith form though, they are both energy intensive cards. A Coffee Dripper looks good. Orichalcum will support us through with a Coffee Dripper a little bit. We've got relatively low HP though, 54. Between Tiny House and Empty Cage, I feel it's the cage. Is 1 adrenaline enough energy here? I feel the answer is definitely not. But Coffee Dripper's downside is quite extreme for us right now, just with our low max HP. I think I will take the cage. And look for... yeah. I will take the cage, and I'll look for other energy options. We do have the flex, so I'll just remove 1 strike, 1 defense. Gravewood Grove on the right, Mirror on the left. Double Campfire into Windy, Thieves Hideout. Thieves Hideout is excellent, but it probably will kill me in my current state. We're a little bit weak on traditional combat right now, but the capacity for long fights to be solved is very, very high. So we just need to get over that hump of front load. I suppose most runs die because you fail the hump of front load actually, so I want to take a relatively safe path through here, one with a lot of upgrades, a lot of chances to rest. The Windy Domain will help us out with that, because if these are fights, we'll only need to deal 90% damage. And maybe we can go like this. Something like this. Mirror means you draw 1 less card on the opening hand, so mirror fights are a little bit scary. We do have the Ring of the Snake, and we do have flighty cards, so hopefully that will be counteracted. Hopefully we can get a shop at one of these question marks. You have 430 gold right now, and another remove, another 3 removes in this deck. It will really bring it together. We'll have the capacity to scale a lot faster with a couple more removes. So let's survive another act. Noxious here. We'll remove an artifact and then boot Malaise. We will, get a little bit through there. I think Poison's going to be the way to go for this now that the artifact is removed. So I'm just going to focus on getting some poison down. That said, this is a lot of damage. Quick Shift, draw a card. Sticky Bane. Sure. I'll just discard this strike and hold you? Yeah, hold you. Draw 2. And here we go. Here's the big turn. Wraith form looking good here. Let's Adrenaline second. I do just need to remove a card from hand. There we go. 0 costs are wonderful for that. We have the Flex. How much damage is this? I need 46. How would you tier list the characters, whether by your enjoyment in playing them or their ability? Enjoyment, Silent, Defect, Clad, Watcher. I'm definitely a Silent, I think, gamer. Play a little bit of Dominion. My first card's always Village. Play a little bit of Magic. My first pick is always, Brainstorm. I'm definitely a bit of a Silent gamer. Defect, though, Defect has a lot of capacity for a lot of silly power. And it can often feel like, if I was to liken them to MTG formats, Silent is like playing like a combo format, maybe like Pauper, where you make do with what you got, but you find a combo. Defect is like playing Vintage. I know it sounds silly, like, Pauper, the common only format, versus Vintage, the explosive format. They do have very similar feels, though. Yeah, I think the same players that like each format like them both. So they feel quite similar, but have very different, very different power levels. And definitely, like, one of my favorite things about the Silent is kind of transitioning out of that explosive damage gameplay. Silent offers you the same problem every run, which is Like you need to take the first 10 floors just solving your damage. And then you get a sense for when you have enough to make it through Act 2. And I'm a little bit under right now, right? So that's why I'm kind of concerned about the whole thing. Defect though, Defect gives you a different problem, which is that, you know, how do I avoid just taking Claw? Or how do I avoid just taking Frost? Or, you know, can Rip and Tear make it? Can Melter take it? There's a lot more situational little things, but I feel like you're always building a busted Defect deck, as long as you're taking cards. Ironclad, I feel always good with, but yeah, kind of, I think we're talking about the other week. I feel like, yeah, Ironclad can be a bit agnostic to his deck. You love the Defect, the Silence close second. Claw builds are so fun. You love it when you can get the Orb build going. Yeah, exactly. And I feel like Defect and Silent, like players I know who have 500 hours plus in Spire, they all kind of feel the same way. Defect and Silent are like the two, depending on the order, depending on their preference. And I feel like Defect versus Silence really is a preference. It's not like one that like I kind of just said about Magic, like Pauper versus Vintage. Those two are completely incomparable. It really is just a preference, but they appeal to the same kind of player. I think Defect and Silent are similar. They appeal to the player, but it's just a matter of preference, which one you go for more. For me, it's Silent. I like playing with my favorites, and I like playing with low power cards. Like sometimes I feel like games can make decisions for you when there are too high power levels, and Silent does have some of those. She does definitely have some powerful cards that do just kind of go over the rest. Like I'm holding Wraithform right now, but Defect doesn't quite have that either. But Recycle is in the card pool, you know. So you know how it is. Watcher, I suppose Watcher maybe gets a comment because I feel like everyone puts Watcher last when they know when they're good at deck building with Watcher. Like Watcher, maybe she is everyone's least favorite just because she's more powerful, and that's not why you play the Spire. You play the Spire to kind of get punished. So the game is challenging, not in a masochistic way, but in terms of their ability though, yeah, I suppose in terms of ability, maybe it's either Watcher or Defect, depending on if you want to go for consistency or whether you want to have the ability to get over the hardest seeds. Maybe Defect is better at getting over the hardest seeds, whereas Watcher is better at consistency. And then maybe Silent is the weakest. So maybe Silent's the weakest. I'm not sure. With a larger starting deck, with a necessity for both dexterity and strength, and with her only scaling option being the dagger, the ritual dagger, maybe like meta scaling. Sorry, Defect has the genetic, and oh no, I lie. Watcher has the potion. Watcher has alchemize as a meta scaling option. Potions maybe are just, if you're doing well though, potions are irrelevant, right? A lot of people say Sozu is their favorite relic because they forget their potions. So maybe Silence meta scaling option being potion related isn't much of an advantage for her. I have failed to think about this turn at all. 46. Flex Blade Dance is 21, presuming I can play all 3 shivs. And then this is 15 with the flex, up to 36. And then Slugger's Bane is 10, up to 46. So it is there. How much energy is that? That's 2 energy. So I can also play out two other cards to get them out of my hand. So I will do that. I'll play a regular strike, I suppose. Let's play this Noxious Fumes. It'll give me a discard as well. Okay, we'll discard you. And then we can play this Neutralize to get it out of hand. Now play the Flex for 3 shivs. There are 3 regular ships. Beautiful. Okay. It all came together. And there's the 9. Cloak and Dagger. Massive Dagger Spray. Could be good. I do only have 3 energy, actually. I forgot I had 3 for a moment. I took the cage. Yeah, this is just a skip then, which is totally fine. Is it a skip? Cloak and Dagger? Cloak and or Dagger. We really kind of have one in the Defend and Dagger. I don't really play it that often, so maybe another one's not that good. Obtain a Relic. I did say I was not playing Shame, so I'm not going to take the curse. It applies there as well. But yeah, 85. This won't break the Moorbank because I'm not spending it at the shop. No longer works when you spend gold at the shop. Can definitely spend the other gold on... Oh! Decks. That's a freebie and a half. Oh my lord. We got a lot here. Let's get down Noxious. And let's get down Footwork. And I suppose Flex is a lot of damage, which we do want. Next turn, gain an energy. Beautiful. And we'll play the Boot Malaise as well. Just get -1 on the strength. A Sticky Bane will do some work here. It'll be fine. And we are cursed, so I don't... Do I want to play this Defend? We are cursed. No. No, my deck is already pretty soft. I don't want to put Dazed in here. I need this Adrenaline to kind of like... If she attacks for 22 right now, like I'm kind of boned, so... Yeah, I need to draw all of these cards and not need Dazed. Yeah, beautiful, there we go. The deck's already down to 8 cards, wow. 8, 6, 16, so 16 out of 21. Power's down, Adrenaline down to 15. Wraith Form's in the deck as well, right? So it's down to 14 in total? Incredible. 47. So similar number to last time. And Bane is active. So if you can find that Flex... We do not find the Flex, but we can still get a lot of damage down. Let me just count if we have enough to kill without the Flex. So, and with weak on our back. So this is 10. This is 10 plus 4, 24. 27. 31. 35. And then the extra 3 to 38. Unfortunately, it's not enough. So we're doing a block. And we're doing a block with Survivor. We need to play how many blocks? We need to play 3 to be fully covered. 7 plus 8 up to 15. Plus 5 up to 20. No, so we need Survivor. Cool. Okay. So there are our concessions to the damage. Let's play the rest of the hand. Beautiful. We'll hold the Sticky Bane. We can try again for lethal this turn. I suppose it doesn't really matter because I'm looking at this many dazed. Just play all the cards I have. Okay, -2. Following Dagger Throw. It's card draw, but it's also discard. It's energy neutral, but it doesn't say 0. And Acro is very good here. Am I too greedy taking an Acro at this stage, though? I might be. Maybe an Acro right now is a little bit too greedy. I need a few more removes and maybe an extra energy. Following Dagger Throw. 7 damage, draw 1, discard 1. If the last card played was an attack, get the energy back. So it is energy neutral. It does help me discard down for the Flex. It is damage for free. Maybe I just take the Slice though if I want that. Slice has good capacity here. Maybe I would take the slice if I had the acro, and maybe I would take the acro if I had the slice. So maybe that means I take the acro. Because a zero cost attack is much easier to find. Here we have Mirror. So we're -1 card draw, but after each turn we'll get the effect back. The Snake Plant goes for a lot of ×3s, so a big malaise here actually solves the fight really well. I think I will just send them to the Shadow Realm, as it were. And yeah, and this is why, because these hands are going to be easy from here. 2 weak, 2 shattered, 2 frail. Shattered creatures lose 10% of their current HP per stack. Okay. It's Shameful, I'm not playing that. Never mind me. Pernicious Shiv. Apply poison equal to unblocked damage dealt. Wow. Let's discard this Shameful mirror move. And I will Survivor here. No, I don't need to. Orichalcum will block this for 6. Beautiful. Let's just get through the Bane here for 14. And we'll Memento up as well. Have you been going in the Belatro set breakfast? Have you got a particular deck that you play a lot of, or that you prefer? I've been enjoying the Anagram deck, but I know a lot of people like Plasma as well. Again, Orichalcum will cover this. Orichalcum with the Wraith form and with the Boot Malaise is really, really strong. It means a lot of these turns I don't need to worry at all about defense, and means that I can actually be more aggressively removing the defense. Strikes are still pretty bad though, so like I'll still prefer to remove strikes, I think, or maybe like evenly. Let's see, but this is 6 damage times 3. Yeah, we'll take that. Tiny Strike to remove that shield, 6 by 3. Beautiful. Okay, and it did build itself up a fair bit of block there, so we'll just pass the turn. You restarted your profile for streams. You're working towards unlocking everything all over again. Nice, nice. Yeah, I saw Dr. Spectre, Belatro University on YouTube. I saw he did like a run to completion plus with trying to lose as little as possible. I can't remember if he actually made it, but it seems like, yeah, like getting up there, getting all the unlocks, that is the run for Belatro. I'm really interested to see what the new patch will do as well. You really like the erratic deck because you love the randomness and try and turn what you have into something. Exactly, yeah, I know, absolutely agree. It's tricky when you're kind of going through and you get like a death early. You're like, okay, I'll make a king or a queen or a face card, or you'll copy a lucky card, and all of a sudden you've got like density on kings. Erratic, yeah, really gives you a bit of variety there, because it can just give you 3s, or it can just give you 8s, and all of a sudden you can lean into 8-ball and not feel like an idiot, or give you 9s and be on cloud 9. Yeah, I would like to see. I think maybe the game is lacking a little bit of support for Flush 5. Maybe though that's the same issue as going endless in only a couple of ways, and maybe just beating, you know, anti-8, Act 8. Maybe that should just be what my priority is. I'm too greedy though. I can't only think about Act 8. I'm always thinking about endless, and so I play the Anagram deck every time. Another Shameful mirror move. Yeah, let's just play the regular one. A Dex potion, that's huge. Okay, we have some ooh, Reflex versus Caltrops. This is definitely Caltrops, the deck, or the relics at least. With Bronze Scales and Caliper, This Caltrops will solve our damage in the late game. Almost by itself. It'll do the heart. We'll need a little bit of extra for spikers. We'll need a little bit of extra for like burns. But on average, for the Nemesis, but on average that will do a lot of work. We do have the acrobatics though, so a reflex is looking quite good here. 1 acrobatics, 1 prepared memento, 1 prepared noxious fumes. We have a couple of discard outlets. There's definitely enough there. You can make a flush 5 no problem with the erratic deck because, yeah, you just end up with all 3s and flush 5 is boom, yeah. High card builds are fun. Yeah, no, feel that. I'm a high card spammer for sure. I love that stage of the game where you got like a chip joker, or you got like a foil joker, and then you got a little bit of plus malt, and maybe like a constellation or something, and you realize it doesn't matter what hand you play, you're going to be scoring about the same. Like high card, high card, high card. Play my gold seals. Yeah, I think kind of regardless of what I'm doing, I always end up going Pluto. Like I buy the Plutos as I go. Maybe it's a bad habit. Maybe I'm just bad, but the Caltrops is green. I will take it because it's green. And because I'm a few removes away from that reflex being truly good. It's already pretty good, don't get me wrong, but truly. I'm just going to let the bird do itself in, I think, to be honest. Let's do what we can against the Chosen here. Orichalcum versus Bird. Definitely feels like a freebie. Apply 1 shattered. 10% of their current HP per stack rounded up. It's a skill, so it gives me a dazed. There we go. Discard the Wraith Form for now. Let's get down Blade Dance. And we'll put down damage where we can. Oh, sluggers. Maybe I just put down these powers. Playing the sluggers is good. You always grab Plutos just in case. Yeah, you never know when you're just shy of finishing a round and a high card could just come in clutch. Yeah. I end up taking the Mercury for pair a fair bit as well. Just given that pair is like pair and high card of the hands you can almost always play. Maybe though, I just don't prioritize point scoring enough and end up playing out too many hands. I did get in a little bit of stream during the week, like 40 minutes here or there. I've just been dumping them all on YouTube, so it's not quite like hanging out. But you know, if you do want something in the background, I end up listening to a lot of Baylor Lord and Jorbs, and then falling asleep. So like I you know, definitely can appreciate that there is demand for that. I'm in that cohort. So just, yeah, jamming more up there I feel like is a bit of a freebie. Let's see. Do I want to get the Slugger's Bane down now though? I feel like it is a good turn for it because it does have flex on both the base and the 9, even though I don't get all 3. And the Caltrops here is worth it to get down the Chosen because she will come for... I can't play any more dazed. Yeah, no, just gotta let that fly. Here we go, mirror move 3, gain 3 strength, apply 3 weak. Okay. 3 weak on the bird. Is this my... potion? I definitely want to keep the liquid memories for Wraith Form for like an elite. This could just be the Swift potion though. Because I can't get a kill and I can't block satisfactorily either. So this Swift Potion is likely worth at least 12 HP here. Yeah. Let's discard the Strike for our energy. And yeah, I'll just play the defensive cards while we have them. And put the Shiv on you. Cool. So we will still take a little bit of damage over the top, I think. Oh no, Exaxes. I can't count. Learn to count, brother. Play the Brace while we have it. And we have here... the Flax. Beautiful. 2 and 5. Alrighty. I took a potion, but we did get through Escape Plan. With oddly smooth stone. And with a good amount of decks lying around already. One thing the Escape Plan lets me do is play the braced dodge and roll when it's the only card in my deck and discard, and then Escape Plan draw it immediately back to hand to play it again. So this, as the deck gets smaller, could offer a lot of scaling for 0 compared to playing like, you know, braced dodge and roll into acrobatics, then braced dodge and roll again. I can go braced 0 draw, braced acro, braced 0 draw, braced for 4. So yeah, I think it's really valuable having that in the mix somewhere. Let's take these upgrades. Let's take an upgrade on the I suppose maybe it's time for the adrenaline, for the extra energy. We are short. Yep. Are you subbed on YouTube? oh, thank you. I'm glad you like it. I won't lie, I'm being very non-committal with streaming and content and things like that. And I know that there's a lot out there that's very highly committed. So, yeah, I certainly don't want to reduce someone's enjoyment compared to watching some highly produced content or chucking something on the TV. But I know, you know, I know that I like the things I like, and it's very specific, it's very niche. So can appreciate it. There are other people out there that have a similar thing. We can get down here with the snake. We don't know exactly what kind of hands we're going to be allowed to play, so just getting our scaling up here is worthwhile. And yes, beautiful. So yeah, we'll just play through the zeros that we have. There's no downside to playing those. We'll end up playing the braced here, the full block. Let's just jam that now. And Noxious. Yeah, I'll discard this neutralize. I'll play a little bit of a strike. Sure. And Masterful Stab is still rolling 0 with confusion. It feels like a freebie there. Let's see what we can do. Doomed. So this is extra 3 for curses, which always feels like a freebie. Gonna acro here because no matter what I play, I'm gonna have energy left over. So I'm just gonna acro first. Sure. Adrenaline with the upgrade is energy positive. Brutal quick shiv. So this one is a 2.25%, it rolled twice. Quick reduces the damage, and then brutal increases it again. 33. This is interesting because it deals 10 damage here, and I'm trying to work out why it deals 10. It's because I have 6 strength because I played the shiv twice. So this is actually just still 4 damage at the end of the day. And times 0.8 is the quick, and times 1.33 is the brutal, and 0.8 times 1.33, so you take a fifth of that again, take a fifth of it off. 1.33 divided 5 is 20. 30 divide 5, 6, 26, and then 0.3, 26.6. And so, yeah, and so there's actually with these two modifiers, there's 5.6 percentage points of difference between the two, which is not enough to overcome the damage. Like, each point of damage is right now 10%, which is why these two things just kind of cancel out. It feels weird because like one's 20%, one's 33%, but that's I suppose kind of how numbers work. If you reduce by 20% and then increase by 20%, it actually wouldn't be flat, right? Because times 0.8 and then times 1.2 is not times 1. Anyway. Oh, there's a flex shiv. I have even more damage there. Okay, so we just went +9 strength for the turn and powered our way through. Unload another acrobatics. With escape plan and the upgrade on adrenaline, I do feel confident about another acrobatics. Yeah, and let's upgrade now the malaise. Sorry, the noxious fumes maybe. Or maybe the dodge and roll to start playing it more often. Actually, footwork. Footwork can go before dodge and roll. The good thing about streaming, the things you like, even if they are niche, you have a lot to say about them, and people that want to come by will hang out at 6. Yeah. 300 viewers. Yeah. Exactly, yeah. I did see, like, Balatra had like 250 viewers last night or something. There weren't too many streams though. I mean, I'm not sure how much you've hung out on like the Twitch. Okay. Thank you, game. I'm not sure how much you've hung out on like the Twitch analytics, but yeah, even with like not much data from stream time, it had a lot of analytics to give me, so it seems really, really powerful. I can definitely see how like people fall into the trap of just caring about the stats rather than lose Ring of the Snake, lose liquid memories, gain the mystery card. I don't care enough about a mystery card. I want to remove cards from my deck. 100% to gain the Writhe. Our opening hand's pretty good already, and I can't play all the cards. Maybe a Writhe isn't too bad. Nah. Removal's already too strong. I can't afford to go backwards on removals. And we'll take the upgrade on the braced dodge and roll here, so that it's just off the ground a little bit earlier, and I can justify playing it in opening hands. Yeah, because some of the categories, like just chatting, is massive. Valorant is massive. It's like, well, you know, I get that those games are free and they have a lot of players. But what? I mean, maybe I'll have to watch some of the content. Maybe I'll have to watch some of the content to see. Just chatting feels like the natural development of like the community stream, though. And so maybe that's the dream. Maybe like Balatra streams and Slay the Spire streams, because Baylor will do like 15 minutes of just chatting between runs, and Jobs will just stop and just like randomly spreadsheet and give a PowerPoint presentation. It's like, well, you know, when was the last time you played the Strike? It was like 28 minutes ago. You know, so maybe Slay the Spire is secretly just chatting category. You're a big numbers guy. You really analyze everything, which maybe a bit of a good and bad thing. Yeah, analysis paralysis gets there. You watch a lot of Twitch, see how other people's streams are going, and make connections if other people do stuff. Yeah, and do similar stuff. Exactly. Yeah. Well, yeah. I think at the end of the day as well, a small category is kind of just like similar to a Discord, or I mean, Discord wants to fill that role, right? Discord wants to do, you know, people streaming into a channel, and then you see it sometimes occasionally you're scrolling through the lists and it's like, oh, you know, general rules, fan art, and then they'll be like, oh yeah, broadcast, and a couple of people streaming. I can definitely see that they want to take that space. And it's just more difficult though, right? Like OBS is free. OBS is really good. Stream Elements is free. Stream Elements is really good. Like, it's way less prohibitive than I was thinking. I haven't even done the stream elements thing. It'll take like 10 minutes though to just add all the scenes that you need and add the chat overlay and all kinds of things. Oh, how is this turn gonna go? I think here look at that. It's already strong. It's only gonna get better. I think this is about the first time I'm going to be able to abuse Calipers, actually. So maybe I'll see how that looks now. Escape plan? Caltrops? Sure. Caltrops. Noxious Defend gets us through here. Yeah. And then I can apply Weak as well. So yeah, that's a full block. And yeah, from here with this deck's backing it up now, like I feel like this is probably the first fight I've had where we can reliably look at the defensive game plan. It's such a shame that like to play this style you do really need the Calipers or something. That said, Blur gets there pretty close, and dodge and roll, like natural dodge and roll, gets there pretty close. It's a shame though, because you do need to play those cards quite often, and that puts you in the removal strategy, and then all of a sudden you're just playing like a discard infinite. So you know, if you're playing towards it, you've got better things to do. Let's play the flex here, maybe. I got a bit more blocking to do. We are frail. Maybe this is the acro first. Yeah. I can see myself playing this Sluggerbane. I can't see myself playing this Strike. So, beautiful. We do get the Brace Dodge and Roll here. That will cover the rest of our block with this Defendant Dagger. 18, is that right? I might lose my... I could just give him the buffer. Yeah, I'll just give him the buffer. Let's deal some damage. Piercing Shiv, 7 ignores block. Do I want to play the Noxious Fumes though? Yeah, I think Noxious Fumes is coming down here. Yeah. So we'll just play the Piercing. We'll give him the buffer. This Discord is good and bad when it comes to streaming. It's good to promote and meet other people. There are so many bots and fakes accounts. Yeah. Being its own little corner of the world, definitely like people use it for more nefarious things. You're trying to make your way just using Twitch? Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, I was thinking about this the other day because one of the analytics they gave me was how many people are clicking through from Twitch itself. And I was thinking, well, those people are already there. So Twitch only really needs its leading content creators to have people click there, right? All you need to do is retain those people on the site. You can offer people a lot of variety, and that helps retention. But that helps retention in like a, you know, like in a polynomial expansion kind of way. You know, like your big streamers, your Kais and your Iron Mouses and your like a marathon streamers, 24 hours active or whatever. They'll cover 80% of the retention, right? And then maybe some more niche topics and some smaller games will cover 15%, and then all of a sudden, like Slay the Spire, 300 viewers, you know, 15 streamers. It's like, well, really, these are marginal percentages. So I can't imagine Twitch enjoys people clicking through. Well, maybe they're agnostic about it. Maybe they don't care, but like on a per item basis, I'm definitely using their bandwidth and using their servers, and it's just you and me. So they're kind of getting screwed by the arrangement. It's free. It's a platform, but so maybe it's just all rolled in. But yeah, I can't imagine that they want people to be successful on the platform in and of itself. I think that the ideal of the Twitch administrators would be that people who are successful on the platform share the same incentive of bringing people to the platform, which means, unfortunately, Twitter, Discord, TikTok, Instagram, all these other locations where people can click through, YouTube to gain familiarity so people click through, references in the sequel game, you know, putting a demon mask in the sequel game for Baylor, or putting a lecturer, putting a doctor of jokosophy in you know, in Balatro. You have other friends in stream, they're doing pretty alright. They play shooters and you stream them too. It's not really a thing. Yeah, no, it really is a different kind of thing. And I suppose as well there's a mentality difference there. There's a big difference between being entertained and being interested, right? Well, some things are entertaining without being interesting, and some things are interesting without being entertaining. And I'm definitely more of the curious, interest-driven kind of person. You know, not to say I don't like entertainment. I watch a lot of isekai trash. I'm not gonna lie, but still, like, there's something interesting about the notion of a person becoming a vending machine. Like, that's inherently interesting as well. So you get a little bit of both. But yeah, like I played WoW for a year and really enjoyed the raid side of things. It was more than a year actually. I played WoW must have been for a total of 18 months of playtime over the course of 4 years. I really only played actively, like, from start to finish for like a year though. And yeah, the community dropped off and there wasn't new content to engage with, and it's like, okay, well, it's entertaining to jump into raid and it's entertaining to hang out with people in chat, but like, the problems are solved. Shrug. What are you gonna do? You know, we've got the raid on lock. There's not much more interesting than solving a problem that's already been solved, right? Maybe it's entertaining. It's nice to go through the motions. It feels cathartic, but I suppose as well that's harder than Slay the Spire. If you have a deck that's very, very strong, and then in like Act 2, you're like, yep, I'm calling it. Deck's done. Well, we've got it solved. You know? So sometimes it can be hard to finish off a run. Another Noxious Fumes, a Noxious Bane. This is probably just a footwork though. Plus 5 decks overall. Plus 6 decks if I can get, plus 7 with the upgrades. Yeah, really just puts us in that absurd territory and will overcome any amount of scaling. And then Caltrops can be our damage. We might even like a little bit of damage scaling. From, I wonder. From Noxious Fumes is maybe a little bit slow by itself. We'll find out. Okay. I can gain 5 max HP here for 19 HP. Maybe that's actually good, because I am so high on HP. We've made it through the act. Lose the Golden Idol for the Bloody Idol. My max HP is fairly low. Bloody Idol is heals. And heals would let me get through a lot of those fights where I just take chip damage while setting up. That said, heals aren't good at the Act 3 bosses because they don't drop gold. Here, the Spire and Shield, I believe, do drop gold. So they can give you a heal there, ahead of the heart. Maybe, though, I just care about more dosh. And next act, I've got 600 gold. Do I need more gold? I've got enough for a lot of card removes. Yeah, look. If the game offered me an ectoplasm right now, I'd take it. Maybe just taking some heals to be good at the rest of it is fine. Oh, more bank Bloody Idol. Woof, I didn't even think of that. Yeah, let's take footwork number 2 upgrade. And, yeah, we're back up to full with the Bloody Idol Moorbank. Incredible. Let's get down whatever powers we can here, and we'll just be strong about our deck size. Acro. I'll play an Acro now? Yeah, sure. Yeah. Beautiful. This neutralizer isn't going to do anything right now. Get down the Caltrops. Let's get down you. And we can Adrenaline up to 10 cards here. Do I have a flighty card in the deck? There's a Flex Blade Dance, but there's no flighty cards. Beautiful. So our block right now is 34. We're good for it, for sure. Let's start the braced scaling. And I can Survivor here. Maybe I just play... No, I definitely want Acrobatics to get through these 3 strikes. I don't want to be looking down those for very long. Noxious Defend. And... Survivor? Defend and Dagger? Yeah, we'll Defend and Dagger here. The full block, just to maintain the buffer for a big hit. Yeah, 34. 34 is a very easy amount to block, thankfully. I say that as I... Oh no, we have the 11 left over from the brace. That's why brace is good. There you go. Here's 34 Exaxes. I'm not going to worry about the torch heads, because I do intend to go long enough that they will be resummoned reliably. I'm just going to hold this Sticky Bane so I don't redraw it. Where did 1 damage come from there? Oh no, sorry, it went down. It went down from 20 to 15. It didn't go up to 14. 14 is the 7x2. And here we have a lot of capacity to get some more cards out of our deck. Yeah, let's get down the Noxious Fumes. Oh, beautiful. Even better. Because I can play the Slavers Defend for free now. I suppose I'm still losing my... I'm still losing my buffer to that. As much as I would like to play Slugger's Bane here. We'll play the Survivor. Maintain the buffer. Yeah, as much as I would like to play the Slugger's Bane and get it out of the deck, I'm just going to, keep the buffer as long as I can. And here this turn is 50. Beautiful. We can buffer the 30 here. Like so. So we'll take 10, we'll take 10, we'll take 25 over the top and buffer that. And let's flex for some damage. A massive Shiv. That's a shame. I'm going to have to redraw that. And we only need 30 here. And we do carry through 9 already. Taking a little bit of damage over the top now is not a concern because the what's it called? Buffer is already spent. So I'm not having a weak buffer spent here. Resummon on the torch heads now that everything is already down. And from here we're going to pivot to a little bit of damage. As I'm not going to be able to work Calipers just yet. Close to being able to work Calipers though. Flex Blade Dance. Predator Shiv. Okay, so yeah, I will play the Predator Shiv for the card draw. I'm not too happy about it though, to be honest. I've got 2 massive Shivs in the deck that I'm going to have to draw through. Yeah, let's just get them down. Cards in deck, 2 skills, so Escape Plan hits. And we'll play our Braced. And yeah. Get rid of this exhausting Shiv. Survivor for 2. Or Strike for 4. Yeah, Survivor for 2. escape plan sees 3, 4, 5 attacks in the deck. 6. Oh, 6. 50-50. It is 0 cost. We'll play it. Okay, sure. How did these guys get so bloody strong? This could be my Wraith form, if I can draw it. Unfortunately, I won't draw it. So let's... Inverted Shiv. Lucky me. Beautiful. Let's play the week here, and we're looking at 19. We can put 5, 5, 6, 6, 14. 5, 5, 6, 14, 20, 30 damage there, and then poison. Okay, that does block quite a lot. Unfortunately, it comes at the cost of a Noxious Defend. Can I do it with a Noxious Defend as well? 3 left over, 3. So if I Noxious Defend here, I gain 9 block. It applies 2 poison. But this guy's still alive. He deals 18. So yeah, this is the bigger play. Okay, I'll take a hit. It's not ideal. Yeah. Hey, this time to maybe take those guys a little bit more seriously. I was definitely just like not taking them seriously, so yeah, coming at me for 18, I wasn't quite expecting. Here we go, we get our Brace though, and Acro for... Okay. We've got enough here to carry through Calipers as well. And yeah, Calipers will actually do the job. Beautiful. Right, feeling confident from here on out. If he takes a turn off to buff or a turn off to get his Torchhead minions, I'm feeling really good about it. Slavers, braced. And we'll just hold the Sticky Bane to not need to redraw it. Yeah, beautiful. And the deal is done. So I did take a fair amount of damage there, due to bad draws and weak scaling. Oh, we heal up. Nice. Flexed Wraith Form, Burst, Glass Knife. Burst could be good here. Burst for the Adrenaline. Burst for the Braced Dodge and Roll. Our cards are very high impact for Burst to actually do good work here. Another Wraith form though. It's kind of like an Impervious. No, I'll take a Burst. I'm feeling good about a Burst. Burst will let us be much more reliably infinite with Madness, or with cards like Concentrate. I will take it. I will take it. Swift Potion over Essence of Steel. Yes, please. Oh, and of course the chest counts as an extra floor as well for the Bloody Idol. Fusion Hammer. Velvet Choker, Ring of the Serpent. Ring of the Serpent is a downgrade. Velvet Choker is a soft lock. So it's either a skip or a Fusion Hammer. I think I'm feeling good about a Fusion Hammer here. Yeah, we won't get an upgrade on Burst. I don't really need an upgrade on Burst though, to be honest. And we might find a shrine for it regardless. And the footwork's already upgraded. Yeah, sure. Fusion Hammer it is. Let's go. Up to 4. That's going to be a huge power spike, and I think Calipers is going to become a lot more active here as well. I do need to find all 3 keys here, so my path... Oh, my path is just straight up locked in. Alright, no thinking about the rest. I do get a shop early, though. And you are a horrible turn. Let's... play out what we can. Sure. 9 and 9. Thing is, if I play this footwork, my defense do nothing because I lose my buffer straight away. If I play out both defends, I lose my buffer here, so I still take 9. It could be footwork, noxious defend, liquid memories. It could be dexterity potion. Yeah, okay, we'll use the dex potion here. I do have a heal. I'm forgetting that I have a heal. We can take a little chip like the Ironclad. I only have the heal for a couple more turns, but it is there. Okay, you guys are coming again. I am bigger this time, 24. Let me find one more. One more defend. I suppose I will actually just play it this time. Oh. I get my miracle back though, I suppose. Maybe I can push a kill on the back one. The answer is no, but you know, I'll be hopeful. $24. I'll take a little bit more damage. It's a shame. Burst escape plan or escape plan burst brace dodge and roll. Oh yeah, the next one's bigger as well. Okay, and now they don't attack at all. Thanks, guys. Regular shifts. Love it. And with the calipers here, I'm just probably going to play all the cards that I draw every turn. The output is just very high. Yeah, 14. Sure. We can play a Bane here. We can play a Neutralize here for 3. Our Poison will take care of it next turn. So we'll do that. And then we'll have the turn to take care of Poison, and we just want to push down this center Darkling. Oh, no, it took care of itself. There you go. Recalling Sucker Punch. Blasphemous Cloak and Dagger. 30 block, 5 shivs. 30 block, 10 shivs. Oh no. It's not doable. It's not doable. I only have the 1 buffer, unfortunately. Two buffers in the mix, and you can maybe consider a Blasphemous card. Alright, buddy, I am cashed up. Show me what you got. Yeah, incredible. Let's remove a strike. And let's buy a tea set and a puzzle. A footwork, maybe. And then patience. A draw to... I do have a sticky Bane. I'll take an impatience though, I think. Yeah. Impatience, footwork minus. Show me another shop? No. The mask for weak. That is good for turn 1s. I have a lot of time to get my gold back, actually. It just removes the artifact towards the end here, though. It's just -1 artifact, if we're realistic. Although it would make my turn 1 against Darklings not look so savage anymore. 168 gold. I already have the tea set for turn 1. It's fine. It's fine. Strength up. Let's play the flex to play other attacks. And the impatience. Here we go. I will, I think, yeah, go for this line for the full block and a little bit of carryover. Adrenaline. We have a lot more energy here than we need. Discard, neutralize, I suppose. Yeah. And let's burst, noxious defend, and play regular slavers. Sticky Bane. Yeah, I'll play Sticky Bane. We do actually need damage. He's only got 100 HP, so like, we don't need to play for like time either kind of territory. Slugger's Bane. Yeah, we've got a good amount of damage here. We should be able to wrap it up. Yeah, beautiful. Oh, Defend and Dagger was in hand, actually. Defend and Dagger would have done it. But the Caltrops will do it too. Beautiful. Sticky Reflex. Yeah, that'll do it. That will do it. Double Acrobatics, 3 prepared cards. We'll take a Sticky Reflex. And the Tactician would also be very, very good here. I suppose Tactician's always good. These Darklings are much more friendly than the last batch. So I am feeling a little less, a little bit less bad about seeing them, but also a little bit more bad about defeating them. Let's double play this Braced, and then flex for some damage. I'll work on the outside ones, and we'll, you know, you can think about bringing them all down together, but it is a lot easier to get one of them down and then bring 2 down together. And here we have footwork for escape plan. Slugger's Bane. Noxious Defend will get a lot done. Let's Survivor the Reflex first. 33. I can play this footwork and then Noxious Defend. I can just carry that over. Although we do need to refresh all of our block now. Adrenaline. Let's Acrobatics here as well. Okay, I'll discard a strike. We'll get rid of this Tiny Strike and this Sticky Bane. Sure, we'll get rid of the Sticky Bane as well to play this Impatience. Sure. Neutralize you for the weak. Masterful Stab you. Can bring them down together here. And 39. Thank you, prepared. Yeah, let's just play the blocks we have here. Though, we can deal 24 here for a big old kill. This flex is unlikely to give me 24 damage back though, so I'll end up spending the strike on it too. So I think I'll just... yeah, this is good damage by itself. And here we go. So we only need 32. Bang. Beautiful. Ritual Poison Stab. So this is a poison stab that increases its damage by 2 as time goes on. It's a little bit late for it. We have here a boot. Doubtful outmaneuver. As much as this free energy, I'm not going to take it because of the challenge. I'm not going to rest. I'm just going to recall here. And we'll rest out of the act. Now you transient. Unfortunately, the transient takes damage after dealing it to me. So Caltrops does nothing. We can, I think, use the buffer this turn and just get set up. Playing through some powers makes a lot of sense though, and this acrobatics is draw 5, so let's draw 5. Sure. Yeah. Noxious Fumes to start the damage train is worth it. And let's get down some powers. Defend and dagger. Yeah, let's get down some powers so I don't draw them again. We'll take the buffer. 49. Not an issue because we have Impatience. Oh, for the Wraith form. Wraith form even though I actually don't need Wraith form anymore. I suppose. Let's hit you with the Slugger. Yeah, nuts. We're solved. Sorry, Transient. Alright, well let's just get through these turns and we'll just keep the Calipers rolling. And I might discard. Oh, I can play the Sticky Bane here for 14. Survivor for 17. I don't need to draw any other cards with Memento. It's fine. We can just discard that for now. 69. Let's go for the all-out Shiv. Acro. Defend and Dagger looks pretty good for it. Yeah. Defend and Dagger. Hemo Shiv. Careful with that. We might take damage accidentally. 40. And you're 9? You're 9? We are advantaged by playing that. Although I had forgotten about the Centennial puzzle, to be honest. 79. Let's look for... Oh, how much is this? 15, 14, 14, 13? The 15 and the 13 equalize to 14, so it's 14 by 4, which is 7 times 8, which is 56. And then we're dealing 7 back, plus 2 more from poison. 9, down to 70. So we end up taking 10, and we can heal past it. Sure. Oh no, we have the Shiv as well, so we don't take 10, we take less than 10. Bang. I'm not sure what I did there, but I definitely miscounted. Let's look for a burst on... maybe we just look for Wraith form. Maybe I acro and discard. Maybe I burst, acro, discard, Wraith form. Liquid Memories, Wraith form here. How far away am I from blocking? 73. This flexed Blade Dance is a lot of damage, which can be a lot of block as well. And we do have weak to draw. Let's acro. Discard the Sticky Reflex. Okay. What are you? 7 by 2. Burst on a Blade Dance for a double flex. Takes up both my energy. Down to 7, down to 6. I won't get them all back into hand either. Neutralize needs to go. I'm not sure what I'm doing, but my VC face thinks I'm doing the limbo. Maybe I'm leaning over too much. Well, I think as it is, this is the way to go. Whether or not we burst it is a difficult decision because I can't work out how many cards I will have left in hand. If I play Neutralize first and then burst, goes down to 7 cards, down to 6 cards. Flexed Blade Dance takes us down to 5. Then we have 2 Flex Blade Dancers, so we end up with 5 Shivs with an extra 6 each. So that's 10 each. Potentially 40 damage. And that should be enough. Yeah, so long as we don't roll weird chimeras. Double flex. Okay. That is maybe kind of a weird chimera, unfortunately. Alright. So we couldn't full block because of Chimera cards. No, we could. Poison. Poison. Concentrate X. Discard 2 cards, gain 2 energy, performed X times. Unfortunately, this makes it a lot worse because if you concentrate for 0, it does nothing. That's typically when you need to play it. That's unfortunate. I would really like that. The Concentrate Plus. Okay, so I feel like this is a ritual potion and maybe even the fire potion. Let's just make sure we get through. Blade Dance for the 7 and Noxious Defend. Okay, that will full block. So it'll full block and it will defeat one of these daggers. So let's Footwork, Noxious Defend, 21 damage. And now we're full blocking and I can play the Caltrops for the Reptomancer and give her -1 strength. Now this is the bigger turn, looking at 25 on the back. Let's burst Adrenaline here for energy positive and draw positive. Beautiful. I'll hold this Slaver's Defend in case we draw more Footwork. There are 2 more in the deck. We're definitely looking for damage on the back here though. That should be enough. Do I want to do something with Acrobatics first? Maybe I do. In case we get a flex. Defend and dagger. Let's just discard the strike. And go Footwork, Escape Plan. Tiny Strike. Okay. Sure. So we can't draw more cards until I play these attacks, so flex is off the table. Yeah. Bang. And with this Defend and Dagger we have our full block. That said, I could draw Acrobatics next, so we will just carry through the week. Impatience. Acro. Noxious Fumes. We can discard the Sticky Reflex here. Beautiful, beautiful. Get down the Footwork. Play through our dodge and roll for next turn. Is that right? Yeah. We'll hold the Sticky. And Masterful Stab. The Reptomancer? No, it is still good to get these guys down. They'll deal themselves a good amount of damage. I don't have any more AoE though, do I? No, only the Noxious Defend. I could try and get this flexed Blade Dance and work a little bit more damage on them next turn, but I think it's just in general safer just to deal them a little bit of damage now, so they take care of themselves. Yeah, we'll just have them take care of themselves. Now Noxious Defend will kill that for 2. And that one will go, and then yep, we will look for Flex Blade Dance. Beautiful. Slayer's Clawful Shiv. Incredible. I'm not going to use the Slayers, I will use the Clawful side though. 11. And you're a Hemo Shiv for 14. We are going to play the Hemo Shiv to draw 3. And pop you. Oh, it cost my buffer, of course. The Barfer. Let's Impatience. Beautiful. Alrighty. Considering how aggressive the Repto comes, I feel like the block strategy's done fairly well. Let's draw up here. And can I see... Yeah, let's burst and Noxious Defend if we can. Yeah, wonderful. Yeah, we'll just burst you through and give you what little damage we have. And now Calipers is online as well. So Calipers will make us much more resilient against some bad draws, like if I draw all these wounds all together at once, I suppose. A prepared Shiv, discard a wound. Another sticky wound. The sticky wounds have retain, so I only need to draw them once. Let's play Impatience through here as well. Yeah, looking good. We do have the burst in the deck. I do have some card draw. I have the prepared. Okay, so we have burst acrobatics for next time. Let's just hold our sticky cards, I suppose. Oh, we can brace. Oh, we can play this through. Oh, that's a kill. That's a kill. She has 10 poison. Beautiful. Bottled Tornado. A Noxious setup. I was wondering if I might take a setup. Setup with Escape Plan, or with Acrobatics, and with our Braced Dodge and Roll is how we're going to scale it quite substantially. Setup will remove an energy requirement from the equation. So if you imagine Braced Dodge and Roll, card draw. Braced Dodge and Roll, card draw is 2 energy per roll. With Escape Plan, and with Acrobatics, and with Dodge and Roll, and with Noxious Setup, we should have a 0 energy method. And it goes Setup on the Brace, draw 1 with our plans, play the Brace, Acro. No, there's still 1 energy in the mix. If we can play Noxious Setup multiple times though, it's also good damage. That actually solves the rest of the damage problem I was having, with damage being a little bit low. So, Tornado, we will bottle a something or other. Maybe a Footwork Plus. Maybe a Caltrops, bottle a Caltrops. So we have it ASAP for the heart. No, bottled Footwork makes more sense. I mean, bottled Wraith Form, makes the most sense, because that way you're guaranteed to have Wraith Form on turn 1 anytime you need it. But I don't have a plans, a plans power, so you can't really hold the Wraith Form nor Pyramid. So Footwork is, I think, the most reliable. Snecko Skull. It's unfortunate Snecko Skull with our Noxious cards is a good damage again, but the Noxious setup I think will make that difference. We do need the key. I can't rely on this question mark being a chest. Alright, buddy. Yeah, let's just scale. And the Spire Growth will apply 10 damage per turn, or 12 damage per turn with Constricted. And so it is just asking you to have a reliable block strategy and deal with its other attacks and deal with attacking it back with a block in the bank. It's similar to kind of like Reptomancer actually. Reptomancer asks for consistent damage throughout the fight. This is asking for consistent block. And yeah, consistent block is what we are literally set up for, so... I have enough to play everything here without the Noxious setup, so I feel kind of like not playing the setup. Yeah. Flying Shiv, yeah, we'll just play the lot. Big old turn. with a weak as well. We will lose our buffer here because it was a very heavy damage hand. Excuse me. Oh, really? This is why you remove strikes, hey? I'm taking here 12 at the end of turn from Constricted. So I'll lose the 3 cards I draw from Centennial Puzzle, and I'll take 24 over the top. So this is potentially a 24 health potion, which feels very, very much like something that you do want to spend. Yeah. Yeah, it's a pretty easy potion, I think. Prepared. Ah, beautiful. So let's escape plan. Impatience. Impatience is a tricky one. I'm going to play this prepared memento and get back the miracle, I suppose. Okay. And footwork. What card is left in deck? It's Slaver's Defend. Okay. So let's burst a defend. I'll just hold the miracle. We'll draw Slaver's Defend next turn. Okay. So that has us more correctly set up. And we do get to Impatience here. Nice. Let's aggro. And let's Noxious set up. The strike, I suppose. The Bane. We'll play it through. And discard the strike. Yeah, there we go. 2 energy left. Do I want the Slaver's Defend? Yes. Wonderful. Big old Shiv turn. Just make sure we don't play a Blasphemous Shiv. Wonderful. Noxious Piercing Wail. That'll do it. That'll do it. Thank you kindly. That's a plus as well. It's a free plus. And from here, I think we pretty much have every kind of block strategy solved. So I can keep removing. I mean, was this our question mark? No, not yet. We do have one more question mark, and we do have potentially a peace pipe here. It would be really nice to see a peace pipe or a shovel. Something to avoid resting. I suppose I can take damage then as well if I want to. Or if I, don't care to, so. Let's just play the Slugger's Bane, get rid of you. And we'll go. The Maw. The Maw is such an interesting fight. It says, it kind of puts you into this false sense of disbelief at how little it's doing. It gives you 2 free turns effectively, but you do need to spend the 2 free turns getting down powers, because otherwise you will just get trounced. Let's play the Tiny Strike and play the Survivor to build up some more block. The Bane. I forgot the Bane is an attack. Okay. Okay. Untilt. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. There we go. There's our powers. Let's just get them down and aggro again. For the, I think probably just discard the strike. We'll put the Piercing Wail on top to draw it next turn. And build up a little bit of block. Sticky Fused Shift. Sure. Cool. Wonderful. So we'll have a lot of capacity for this turn. He's going to come in hot. Yes. And he does. But we're already solved with Calipers and with all of our powers down, which is great. Let's set up a Defend and Dagger, and we'll acro for it back. Yeah, beautiful. A clashy Shiv? Oh, oh no. Here we go. We can Noxious set up. I suppose none of these, actually. Yeah. Let's just play it for damage. Still have the buffer, thankfully. We probably won't need it. But it's nice to have. It's excellent to have here. The fights are a little long, but we'll get there. We'll get there. Let's Noxious set up a burst on top of the deck. Yeah, there we go. Burst, Flexed Blade Dance. And there's how we deal damage. Colorless Potion. Supplier 1,000 cuts. That is a good amount of damage through. It does take the whole 3 energy though. I mean, the Wraith form costing 3 is already quite prohibitive. Unfortunately, I think it's a skip, yeah. It's like, honestly, it's like applying 1 more poison. It's not a big deal. It's not enough damage to really concern about. And here we have to be careful with the sluggers. But we can just do something like this. Beautiful. Acro for the reflex. Okay, adrenaline. Up to 10 cards. Noxious setup for the footwork. Prepared Noxious Fumes. Discard the strike. Footwork. Noxious Defend. I suppose we can play the Noxious Piercing Wail. Remove 2 artifacts as well. Yeah, let's do it. And the Defend. And the Defend and Dagger. And let's get rid of these Dazed. Let's focus on the Dazed. The Spiker will take care of itself with my own spikes. And let's Acrobatics. Beautiful. Neutralize is quite good here actually. Let's lose this Slaver's Defend. Yeah, well, let's play the Escape Plan too. Sure. Let's burst the Braced Dodge and Roll to cover us a few turns and get down the weak on you. And now we can Caltrops. Beautiful. So that will solve the rest of our damage, I believe. Yeah. Yeah, it's huge. And Noxious will finish the job. That's why you remove strikes. Let's draw some cards. 21, Brutal Shiv. We can flex here, I think. Walloping. Yeah, we'll play a regular Shiv. Maybe we wallop you for the block back. And we can play Sluggers. I know. I just forgot the walloping costs energy. So yeah, I just kind of goofed it. Thankfully, the 2 hits meant that the first one killed it. Did get lucky there. But yeah, it looks something like this. Braced on top. Acrobatics. Discard a bad card. Burst. Double brace. Acrobatics. Discard a bad card. Something like that. It looks something like that. A backflip. Yeah. Yeah, more card draw, please, and thank you. Give me... Ooh, give an attack or skill echoing or duplicate a card. An extra adrenaline would go a long way. Echoing says it's played twice and then exhausts. So maybe we can also put echoing on a card I want to exhaust, so I don't have to draw it again. It could be the Slugger's Bane. It could be... Yeah, Slugger's Bane is a card I would like to exhaust itself. Just having another Adrenaline, though, I think is likely to make the deck much better. The Adrenaline turn is where we really get active. That's a huge upgrade to the deck as a whole. Much better than having -1 in the long game. Let's... What do I want to do with you? Let's clip first, I think. I need to see new cards. Burst Malaise. Burst Malaise is Malaise for 2. So it's up to 3 with the plus, and then times 2, so it's -6. So it's really quite a lot. It does mean I don't get down any footworks though. It does mean I preserve my buffer though. Okay. Sure. Let's boot Malaise and we'll Noxious our footwork. Sorry, I'll set up the footwork. Excuse you. There we go. 0/3 is pretty woeful. Yeah, beautiful. Okay. So we can just be a bit silly with the rest of this. And it's only the big hit I'm going to have to really worry about. Let's... when to reshuffle? Not just yet. I would like to escape the plan. Footwork, now we reshuffle. With the braced in the deck. Let's brace up for next turn. I want to reshuffle with the Impatience, but it's not going to happen. Let's just reshuffle now. Neutralize. Discard the Survivor for cards in hand. Adrenaline. Let's play the Blade Dance here. Regular shivs. Yeah, beautiful regular shivs. And we'll get rid of what we can whilst he is no longer intangible. Sure. Big turn. And there's setup number 2. Yeah, let's set up the Wraith form just in case. Just in case. 29. Yeah, it's not an issue. Already got it covered. Let's escape plan. There's the reflex. Let's play the dodge and roll for the reshuffle. And then acro. And we'll discard the Sicky reflex. Stab. Defend and dagger. Do I want to draw any more cards here? Now we just survive the strike. Suppose I could play the Impatience here. Let's find out. Sure. We're carrying through a lot from our Calipers, so we're quite well set for this turn as well. Anything to burst in deck? Yep, the dodge and roll is in there. Let's find it. We do find it. Burst, braced, dodge and roll. And let's set up some damage for next turn. I don't want the Bane in the reshuffle, so let's reshuffle first. There we go. Okay, Plex. Angry Shiv. Oh no, we're stuck with Angry Shivs forever. They're never going away. Sure thing, Nemesis. Sorry, buddy. You copped it. Frozen Egg. Interesting. We're in Venom Plus. Could just be an expertise, though. Could very much just be an expertise. In Venom Plus for my shivs. And for when I do need to play through a strike. And for Bane, I suppose it always procs Bane. Isn't necessary. And is expertise just better? And why is expertise just better, I think? Well, expertise is just better because most of my turns are ending when I run out of cards, not run out of energy. So, we will take an expertise plus. Unfortunately, there's just a dead floor with the rest. No peace pipe. No peace pipe from the Nemesis. Now, let's buffer here. I think, yeah, I'm just going to buffer here. So we're going to do what we can to improve the hand. Impatience first, I suppose. Yeah, let's just get rid of you. Okay. 9x4, let's burst the adrenaline. Nice to draw them together. And we can actually burst 2 adrenalines now with the way the deck's looking. We can set up an acrobatics and escape planet back. How many cards do I want to see though? I want to see a few more cards. It would be nice to see the next adrenaline as well. So maybe seeing more cards is better than seeing less energy. I've already got 7 energy as well, so frankly, yeah, let's acro first. And we'll lose the Blade Dance, I think. Yeah, you are not needed. Escape plan? It's a shame. Let's play the Memento here. There we go. And we'll take a Miracle back. Ooh. Okay, we can survive with a Reflex to draw more. Beautiful. And there's the Adrenaline back. Wonderful. So, let's start dodge and roll. Adrenaline up. And here's our footwork. Yeah, beautiful. Even with all these cards played, we're still not out of energy. Yeah. Yeah, okay, we do have a full block there. We do have 11 block coming through next turn, and the deck is quite high density. And yes. Let's backflip first. Why? Oh, flighty. Yep, that's right. We can backflip again, actually. Yeah. Nice. Let's Miracle and burst the Noxious Piercing Wave. Beautiful. So I'll solve the turn, and from now we do get to hold a bit of caliper action. Sticky reflex, I'll hold that for next turn. We can flex down these guys from here. They are starting to look like more damage than the actual boss, so maybe I should take them. Yeah, let's play the flexed blade dance. It's unfortunate. I do prefer to never hit the birds. 7. And you've got 8. Weaken you. The poison will do the rest of the job there. And we have the tiny strike. Ooh, interesting. Let's set up the brace dodge and roll for the impatience. Beautiful. And we'll just let the memento expire there. Okay, looking down at 64 damage. We can guarantee a card on top with the setup, or we can just draw a fresh card with the escape plan. I think just a fresh card. Yeah, sure. Let's play through our blocks. We're well covered, and we'll set up the Wraith form just in case. I'll hold the sticky. I want to stop drawing that sticky bane. I took damage there, did I? Really? Interesting. Okay. Let's find the brace in the deck for the burst. We can acro first. Yeah, beautiful. Discard the strike. 2 cards left in deck. I do want the braced dodge and roll back in the shuffle, so unfortunate. I can't impatience for them. I can play the impatience and then acro, but then I can't burst it, so it's much of a muchness. I can burst the survivor. Yeah, let's burst the survivor. And just hold the sticky cards for next turn. Here we go. Blade dance, or this might be an expertise turn actually. 42. Let's expertise up. Yeah. Worth it. We do take a little bit of a hit again, unfortunately. Defend. Can play the backflip first. The Wraith form is always costing 0 from here, actually. I'd forgotten about that. If we burst Blade Dance, takes my hand down to 6 and then down to 5. I can Impatience as well to have all the cards in hand. Okay. So Impatience for nothing, burst Blade Dance. We do get 2 walloping shivs, unfortunate. I suppose I do play the walloping shivs over the sticky bane. And yeah, no, we should have it solved from here. The deck is small enough. Yeah, we've got the dodge and roll in the mix. So we'll push over the line now. And oh, the heal, of course. But yeah, we can push over the line now and then start rebuilding the poison whilst holding the Wraith form. So what's my turn need to look like? I want to have the dodge and roll maxed out if I can, and accumulate as much block as possible. With the expertise on top, a zero cost expertise is very, very valuable. Okay, so he triggers, and we've got here the escape plan. Maybe I do play the Sticky Bane here just to get rid of it. Draw another card back. Oh, it's fine. Hmm. 20 by 3. Looking for my braced dodge and roll again. Let's acro. Discard a regular strike. Let's backflip. Let's noxious setup, really. Let's survivor. Let's set up a burst. And survivor. And defend. So that's 4 blocks, and now we're guaranteed to draw burst braced next turn. It's a shame. That's twice in a row now that I've had to play this brace dodge and roll through 2 shuffles rather than 1. Okay, but we do just want to draw as many cards as possible here to get back to it. The flex blade dance, yeah, sure. We can get some damage down. Neutralize, tiny strike. I will acro here to draw more. Discard you. And let's set up the Sticky Bane to Impatience to draw deeper as well. Beautiful. We'll just hold the Sticky Bane at 0, so now I can play it again when needed for 0. Escape plan for backflip. Here's our reshuffle. Void, no worries. One, two, three. And yeah, the impatience here looks pretty good. Let's acro first. Discard. I suppose maybe the survivor. There's our burst. Beautiful. And let's discard the strike. Burst, braced, dodge and roll. Big. Setup. It would be nice to draw that setup. But let's see if we can with the impatience. Yes, we can. And hit the expertise with it. I realize this is still just boss number 1. Oops. And we're looking for the burst. Backflip. There's burst. Brace, dodge and roll. Beautiful. Okay, it's huge. It's huge. It's all Jova from here, buddy. We'll just keep that costing 0. Okay, one more boss after this, and the poison is starting to accumulate past his regeneration. I mean, that's why it's taking a long time. Hey, let's put the setup, the Sticky Bane on top, to Impatience it back. Escape plan. Walloping Shiv, get out of my deck. Pro. Can I see? Excuse me. Here's our braced dodge and roll. 35. Up to 35. A clashy one. We can actually clash. Yeah, play this clashy Slayers. Incredible. And there's a noxious shiv as well for +7 poison. Sticky Bane. Clashy shiv for the lethal damage. There you go. You don't see that very often in my silence deck. And we do want to hit a situation here where we can just kind of E through. We're not going to be able to do it fully. But let's Adrenaline. Let's Escape Plan. Can I see a burst for this malaise? The burst would be incredible. Okay, what we're going to do is we are going to build our powers. Caltrops. Fumes. Yeah, unfortunate. Brace. And the malaise. Okay. And we'll call it for the turn. Okay, our cards are incredibly high impact. We should be in the clear. Do I give him the buffer here? Oh, Shiv Wave. If I pass the turn, I only have one card to do something with next turn. If I play this Shiv, he'll get a strength buff and he'll eat my buffer. So tricky. Damn it. I'll pass turn. Yeah. The buffer will be useful next turn. Can I get down or get up? Yeah, sure. We'll just give him the turn. And here we go. 12 by 3. I've got my buffer left over. Beautiful. Let's footwork into... Play the Slavers Defend while we have it. 9 by 3. Let's set up the Burst. And Expertise. Beautiful. Do I push him over again? With 18 block, I think not. I think we just pass turn here. And we keep setting up the deck and setting up the powers. And we'll outscale him. As long as we don't play too much chaff, we'll outscale him. Which is a shame, because a lot of these decks have a lot of chaff. Let's draw. And discard the Wraithform, I suppose. Playing too much chaff. Oh, all these zeros. Discard the strike. Yeah, we'll just have to push him over here, I think. Do I? 2 cards could be burst, brace, dodge, and roll next turn. I need 12 cards though. I need 12. Let's Survivor to at least see through some calipers. 51, here we go. Burst, braced, dodge and roll, thank you. We'll get rid of the sluggers. I think this is my skill potion maybe? I've got the buffer. I've got the buffer. I'll let him have the buffer here. That's fine. Looking at 30, 15 poison accumulated. Let's... Suppose play the Slimed. Card left in deck is Slavers Defend. We can push him over here. Yeah, it's better than doing it next turn. Okay, they're 4 blocks, and we still have Calipers cycling. 12 by 3 this time. Let's Impatience. And let's Escape plan. I suppose I'm going to burst the Slavers Defend. And pass. Yeah, I'll just pass that. Gotta limit these card plays away from the chaff. Really, the Braced is the only card I want to be playing a lot. The rest of these are just kind of in the way. Discard the Strike. Acro. Discard. A Tiny Strike. I'm not playing you. Sure. Even at 0. Do want to push him over here with our excess cards. Let's draw Braced. No. Nine. Let's discard Slimed. And push. Oh sheep. Or here we go. Dodge and roll. Expertise. Let's set up the Sticky Bane. Dodge and roll. Get rid of the Slimed expertise up. And 24. Yeah, let's just play the Slimed again. Foolish, foolish, foolish. Yes, I know. We'll do it all again. All again, buddy. Acro? I mean, the Wraith form might actually be soon after setting it up. Let's discard the Sticky Bane so I can Impatience and set up the Wraith form. Nine plays left, 14 by 3. I do want to, reduce that with a weak. 2 plays left. Yeah, we'll play the Slimes. Get you out, 12 by 3. The Philosophers buffed him as well, which is why it was larger there than normal. Now let's Acro and discard the Tiny Strike, and we'll burst our Braced. Beautiful. And that solves both turns. 6 plays left for next turn. Yeah, I mean this turn is already solved, but let's keep going for the Calipers. And we will push here as well. With the ships, that's fine. Escape plan. Can weaken you. Cards in deck. Expertise. Noxious setup. Yeah, the good cards. Good cards. Let's draw them. Let's discard the Sticky Bane. And set up the backflip, I think. The Impatience. Big old draw here. Let's set up none of it. Let's not set up just yet. Let's set up the Blade Dance. And we'll play the Bane. And the Strike. And the Slimed. Get them gone. Alrighty. So he's on a net 70. So let's burst the Blade Dance here, and we will push over Vanishing Shiv, regular Shivs, and a Poison Shiv for an extra 16. Beautiful. Yeah, it's fine. We'll have 3 cards left for next turn, and that will Finish him off. Beautiful. 1, 2, and 3. Slimbo was tough because of all the chaff, but yeah, just prioritizing the high impact cards. Granted, all the cards were high impact, but like a lot of the footwork and the defense as you're playing them through, they do gradually start to get outscaled by giving the time meter so many buffs. But yeah, the brace dodge and roll was solving the turns by themselves. And we have a 2-thump, 2-thump, 2-thump. Is this the heart of the Spire? Source of all these delicious powers. 3 footworks, 1 noxious fumes, 1 caltrops, a setup, which is kind of like a power, a burst, which is kind of like a power, an escape plan, which is almost like a power. We do get to heal for 4 here, and we're taking T into the Spear and Shield, and we do get a remove. Oh, we can take another Fumes, actually. It's a Fumes plus. I'm desperate for this remove on the strike, though. I would have taken a Purity if I had it, actually. Purity would be excellent here. Flexed, Transmute, Enlighten, Boot, Outmaneuver, Piercing Wail. I feel like it probably is just the piercing, the noxious fumes. Hand drill to remove artifact is unnecessary. The fumes will just do it for us. It might just take slightly longer. Do I want to replace this fire potion for a dexterity potion? Seems wise. The fire potion could be good for the spear and shield, however. Yeah. Do I want to buy a piercing wail? Or a turn of the heart? Yes, although it is... it is artifact removal against the spear and shield. I do need to draw a critical mass of artifact removal for it to be good. So maybe it just is like, it just leans in. And yeah, the potion, I think I will find the fire potion unnecessary versus spear and shield. So I'm just going to take this dexterity potion now for the heart. Oh, thanks, Sad Breakfast. I hope you had a nice day at work and chilled out. And yeah, have a lovely evening. Thanks for hanging out. And yeah, Allah. Hopefully you don't have to see yourself on the YouTube again. All the best. We have here, thankfully, a relatively easy turn versus spear and shield. We will look to work on their artifact where it's possible. Do I want to take 6 for the Centennial Puzzle is a new question, because we can heal with the Bloody Idol as well. Turn 2 is really tough in this fight. So maybe I do just want to draw the 3 cards. I can defend and dagger to lose my buffer. Well, actually, Orichalcum will come into play and lose my buffer for me anyway. Oh, that's a shame. So I suppose maybe there was a line there where I defend and dagger first, take 1 for my buffer, take 6 for my Centennial Puzzle. I suppose I could Wraith Form to have intangible next turn. That will save me next turn. And then I will have a lot of time to gradually chip away this buffer. Is this just a Wraith Form for turn 2? Maybe. As much as I don't like to do it, the capacity to draw a bad, like, tiny strike Piercing Wail next turn is just too high. Sticky Bane, yeah. Yeah, look, it's rough. I will Wraith Form now, though, to keep my buffer and to keep oh, we ended up drawing double Adrenaline. So, look, was it necessary? No. I'm still happy about it. It was, I think maybe still like the right decision. That's totally fine. Let's get rid of this Slay the Spire. Let's get rid of this Piercing Wail as well. And, yeah. Beautiful. Okay, I'm feeling good. I'm losing a dex per turn. It's not really an issue, though, at the end of the day. Let's, work again. Noxious Defend. Yeah, we're all set up. Beautiful. Let's, see if we can turn. We can't turn. Thankfully, the buffer will do it for us. I don't want to draw the Sticky Reflex next turn. I want to draw 5 new cards. So the -1 from the setup there is unnecessary. Go for gold. Expertise for 3. Escape Plan. That's a shame. They gave us a turn. They can't do anything with it. Burst doesn't carry through turns either. Big damage. The cards in deck Memento and Impatience. This is rather frustrating. I drew around all of my card draw, I suppose is the way I want to say that. Let's get rid of you. Draw back. Escape Plan. A burn. Sure. I can no longer burst. I'm still looking at a lot of damage. I think I really want to use the skill potion. Or maybe the liquid memories. Let's see what the skill potion has to offer. A nightmare, a blur. Blur has a little bit of juice. Yeah, sure. I mean, it doesn't matter about carrying it through at the end of the day. I'm not full blocking here. I don't want to die to the shield and spear here. But damn it, these hands are bad. I need to turn, I need to weaken. Let's start with that. Let's Noxious set up the expertise, and let's burst the backflip. I do need the expertise to get through that that burn. Unfortunately. I mean, I still aren't full blocking here. Oh, buddy. Sure. Let's put the neutralize on top so I can draw it next turn. My dex is getting rather low. Thankfully, we do have the damage to clear out the fight soon. Soon, I say. I have to get this kill on the right-hand side now. Let's, yeah, just flex it through. Shiv. Acro for the sticky reflex. burst for the backflip, maybe. There's the liquid memories for the blade dance. I should have done it earlier. I do get to turn here though. 9 block. 7, 7, 10. 10 block and discard the burn. Sure. This guy will die. I'll turn. Yeah, beautiful. Okay. Oh my lord. Outrageous. Thankfully the heart won't be doing that. Another dodge and roll. Yeah, I'll take a regular dodge and roll, thank you. It's I feel so confident against the heart, like this deck is actually really well positioned against him. We'll just open up here with the Dex potion. And is this a good turn for a block potion even? It might be. Get down our powers. I can open with backflip, or I can open with boot, footwork, caltrops, slugger's bane, get it out of the mix. If I use the block potion, so yeah, maybe we'll do that. Keep the buffer. And boot malaise. And masterful stab 2. Yeah, beautiful. And we'll keep our buffer. Wonderful. We get some chaff. Okay, we can survive some chaff. First things first. This is a buffer turn. So we want to beat the... We want to get past the beat of death first. Let's dodge and roll. Footwork for the next round. I'll redraw these noxious, these piercing whales. Let's acrobatics first. Yep, and discard the strike. And now we'll noxious set up another piercing whale. We'll take this to the buffer. We'll have the piercing whale for the times 15. Beautiful. And we can actually deal some damage here as well. Doomed. Hold the sticky bang. Sure. No, we can play this defend. Sure. Huge. We can just pass turn here. Cards in deck, noxious fumes, erased dodge and roll. I do need to find a way for the big attack next turn. I die to the big attack right now. So let's Survivor away this burned. And let's escape plan. Sure. Okay. Our hand is improving. Flighty cards in the deck? There are. So let's play the slimed first. And that was a slippery something or other. It's a slippery wound. Well, good thing we're playing through these cards now. Let's get them down. Get them down. Sticky Bane, Impatience. Expertise. And we will put a Survivor on top of the deck. A 19. Beautiful. Okay. Come at me with the big attack, heart. It's fine. Oh, no, no, no. We went with the little one. Beautiful. Okay. I do have a one more piercing whale in the deck. We'll find it here. Discard this burn. Discard this wound. Piercing whale. Oh, well, yep. That will do it. Learning to read the cards is also important for a game like this. Hold Wraith Form for next turn. Yeah, let's just Calipers what we can. And hold Wraith Form for next turn, just in case. So take 45 here. The heart takes a lot back as well. 15 by 8, 120. And here we get to... Wraith Form through. Dodge and roll is 15. Burst dodge and roll is 30. Let's Colorless Potion, see if we can get away with it. Impatience. Magnetism. Maybe it's Magnetism and just improve our hands by giving us an extra card. Sure. Unfortunately, I think it is Wraith Form here. And we will dodge and roll and set up the burst for next turn. For the bomb. Let's burst the braced dodge and roll. get a bit of growth through here. So we're looking at potentially again the big attack next turn. Braced dodge and roll will clean it up for us, but let's push for a reshuffle. Let's just head towards the reshuffle where we can. I mean, this Defend and Dagger will cover the Calipers actually. No, let's. So will the. So will this. So will the draw two and the backflip. The backflip covers Calipers as well. Incredible. Actually incredible. Just gave us an apotheosis straight away. Yep. Yep. Now let's discard the wound. And we'll play the braced dodge and roll here. Just gave us an apotheosis. Shit, man. What is that? What's this magnetism? Magnetism is insane. Yeah. We can play these through. Shivs. Sticky Bane. And Impatience. And Master of Strategy. And let's put an Escape on top and play the backflip. An Expertise on top rather. And let's play the Expertise as well. Nuts. Actually nuts. As long as I don't die here. I might have played too many cards. Well, I won't die, but I did play too many cards. And 149 left to go. Let's Sticky Boot Chrysalis. Shuffle 3 random skills into your draw pile. They cost 0. Okay. I will play that, I think. We can deal a little bit of damage. Yeah. Coming at me for 38. Noxious Secret Technique. Would I like to Secret Technique something? I would. Soon. 0 costs in the deck. Deflect. Oh, a 0 cost to outmaneuver. That's the kind of card I was thinking about. And we can get a bit more card draw here. Before the Noxious Secret Technique. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to reshuffle and then Technique afterwards. And that's a pure calculated gamble too. Let's discard the Stab. Let's play the Deflect. Let's play the Dodge and Roll. Let's play the Brace Dodge and Roll. And yeah, the calculated gamble has to be played here first, and I'm going to look for one more piece of block. We do find something. We do find the defend and dagger. So 42, heartbeat is on 3, so we can play the outmaneuver. No burns in hand. Beautiful. So we'll deal poison damage, he'll take a bit back, and now we should be really, really close. Let's... boot discovery. Glass knife master escape plan. Sure. Take another escape plan. I think I have it here. 16, 41. Yeah, we don't need much damage. That will do it. Incredible. So Spear and Shield was the harder of the two. 3-hour run. I am very slow. The only game I'm fast at playing is Android and Netrunner. That's only because I play Mushi no Ko. And nothing else though. Sorry, Mushi Notion. Money, money, money. We carried that Moorbank for a long time at the end of it all. At the end of it all, I only went to 2 shops. I spent a lot of money in both shops. We were definitely short on those removes. I would have loved more removes. I feel like the Spear and Shield fight would have not been nearly as bad with a couple more removes. We did end up using potions through it. Maybe I should have colorless potion there as well. Maybe been more proactive. I think it's something I didn't quite identify. That the deck was much worse at Spear and Shield than it was at the heart. I felt confident to get the heart in Act 1, to be honest. We had the footwork, we had the Calipers Plus, or like early in Act 2. So yeah, so I felt good about the heart very quickly. Act 2, very low elite run. 0 city elites killed. We did pop 3 Exordium elites, because they did put us on, we had to path this way. In the Beyond, sorry, 2 Beyond elites. Exordium elites. Oh yeah, I recall. We did have a relatively decent deck for killing elites in Act 1. Because of the flighty cards. And because of the damage in our basic deck. So yeah, started that well. I mean, something I was talking about earlier in the run with Sad Breakfast. Having good damage in your basic deck means you can be a lot more aggressive with elites on the silent. That is the problem she's trying to solve in the first, 5 to 10 floors. Just finding that damage. So having Noxious Defend, having Defend and Dagger. These effects made it much more feasible to have early damage. Just by effectively giving me a little bit of an Iron Wave kind of situation on a lot of those cards. So yeah, much improved them. Good run though. Was a bit dicey towards the end. I got a bit overconfident. It's entirely possible that I would have died if I hadn't been a little bit... I would have died there if I hadn't been a little bit more careful with the big Shiv turn. It wasn't necessary to play those Shivs against the heart. It was entirely plausible that the heart was going to die to its own attacks. The last turn there, where the heart died to poison, it would have died as well to its X by 15 pretty quickly with the 8 damage back. So yeah, it wasn't necessary to give up all my Caliper build up for that. Anyway, I think that'll be my stream for today. 3 hours active, gonna wrap it up. And yeah, glad to have not coughed nearly as much into the microphone today, sorry. As usual, slept like a rock last night. I think I'm close to being fully recovered. And yeah, hopefully we'll feel a lot better to get a little more normal amount of sleep, and maybe a little bit more time playing some Balatro or going back up the Spire with a defect later. Anyway, have a great day. Bye.